Well, welcome. It is, what time is it? 12:30 roughly, and night 2 of the turkey loadout. We have not posted for a good while. Been extremely busy, very busy, and a lot of things going on. And so I appreciate all those that reached out and checked on us and asked how things were going. Wyatt, Cash, thank you guys. So anyways, well, there's a lot of things that have gone on, and there'll be probably some videos at some point. Editing is takes time. Just like anything worth doing, it takes a little while. So, since the last time, we've had almost an entire flock come and go. It has been a booger of a flock. Several lessons there. One today was interesting. It's a heavy flock, and they were sick, and just got to be a lot. But had some trouble with our well system at the lake. Evidently, I'd gotten into the power line. And it smoked a couple things. Thankfully, it wasn't me. It could have very easily been me, so praise God for that not happening. But it melted over on the far tank, that one there. It melted the float cordage into the side of the tank because it was back feeding. And I was up there a number of times, and thankfully, I did not get electrocuted. It could have happened very easily. Let's see what else is going on. We planted a crop. That was a struggle, but did get it in. We've been learning how to spray. Again, we had a sprayer way back, and so we're working on that. Sherry's been busy with the Osage farm and all the flowers, and there'll be some video of that with the folks that help her over there. And that's been fun. It's a really beautiful thing to look at. Enjoyed that quite a bit. Not much over there in terms of property development. Not much on the cattle over there. Next to nothing. And on the house, probably haven't cleaned that or worked on that aspect of it for a while now. We are going to get back into that hopefully here once we get some of these things solved. So what occurred is I had to prepare to plant. So you zip and hurry and get all that stuff ready. Then we had the turkeys come out there in what would have been March, early March I think it was. So you've got that, you've got to turn that, get everything clean, get the litter in, do all that stuff, and then go plant. If the weather works for you or not, okay? And then we get done planting, there's hay, and then there's the spraying that goes along. So we sprayed twice, one before and one after. And then right now it's fungicide, and right now I'm not getting to that, but of course we're doing this. And we've still got hay. Shadow's running wild on his hay side and trying to get things caught up there. Him and Clarence. So, hey Clarence, how you doing? Clarence is helping today a little bit on the washing. So, let's see, Kaya, Clarence, and Braden, and Lila, and Shadow on that. So, on these nights, turkey loadout nights, they load out overnight, in case you didn't realize that. And so they're loading now. And that means basically I'm up for 24 hours the first day. And I finally get a little sleep in there. The electrician came, thanks to Tony for coming and working on that. He's a good fellow, good Christian man, and enjoy visiting with him as we were working on that. Unfortunately, we got some other issues, so not all sure what might be tore up from that episode. Then tonight we'll get done. This is going to be a long night, I can tell. We have 5 trucks making a circuit, and it's about an hour and a half. It's a little under that round trip. They got to drop a trailer, come back, and so that takes a while. And you get 5 on. It's less than 30 minutes to load a truck and for them to be gone. So there's going to be a downtime. And so that's what we're in right now. Almost done with barn 2. Barn 2 is behind me. Barn 1 is in front of me. Barn 3 is way on the other side. So there's some other things that's gone on, and but that's, well, things that don't matter to y'all. I shouldn't say it like that. Just we'll leave it where it is. But it's been busy. But God is faithful, and He has blessed us, and we're moving. So, and in that time period, we had our local fair, the Martinsville Fair, and it was successful. Got through that, and the weather was pretty decent. It was hot here. We lost some birds twice. It's just too hot, and we have 3 systems really to keep them comfortable. Number 1, we have 14 fans, and each one gives 1 degree of wind chill. So no matter what the temperature is, let's say the temperature in there right now is 73. It wouldn't have been on that day, but it's 73 right now. Then you subtract 14 from that, that's how it feels in there. So that's number 1, and does primarily most of it. Then we have the cool cells on the west end, both ends. Water drips down on some cardboard radiator looking things, and then that drops temperature. The main thing there is we found you gotta take into consideration humidity. If it's 90 degrees and 100% humidity, it's hot. If it's 100 degrees and 100% humidity, is hot. So you want it. You got to kind of really work with your times, because it is on a timer. The computer controls it, and a certain amount of time on, certain amount of time off. And so that way you can kind of control the humidity, and the controller will actually do that when it's working correctly. Number 3 and final has nothing to do with humidity, solely emergency. Then there are what is called foggers that come on, and you've been at different events, maybe a sporting event or a race event, where they've had a fan with a mister in it, and it puts out a kind of a fog of water and keeps you cool. Same thing for the turkeys. All of those were working that particular day, and it was still too hot. And so one thing about turkeys, if you've not been around them, I heard the other day Sharky said he liked what did he say? He liked turkeys, but he didn't like some killdeers. Whatever. Turkeys are dingleberries too, so put them on the list, Sharky. Turkeys, when they get hot or cold, they crowd, and basically they'll smother themselves. Whether they're hot or cold, it doesn't matter. They're idiots. So that's what they would do. They would go to the corner and got too hot. And so we lost a lot of birds those days, and that's heavy work. What I classify as heavy work. Not pleasant. So, those are the things that have been going on. Crops look okay. Kids are doing well. We graduated. That was another thing in that time period. Lizard, she graduated from college. Lila graduated high school. Molly didn't necessarily graduate, but they have a promotion from 6th grade to 7th grade. They leave the elementary here at our local school. And Wildman Dion got out of preschool. He graduated. They had cap and gowns for that, and so he was trotting around in his little cap and gown. He was fired up. So we had all that. So praise God that all that worked out. And just been a lot going on. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking the channel out. Comment if you want to comment, right? We like to visit and appreciate the many kind words. I might mention this too. Appreciate you watching and subscribing and all that stuff. Just remember, this is one person's perspective on raising turkeys, one person's perspective on baling hay, one person's idea on triticale, for example, or my thoughts on a Polaris. I like that cat right there. I'll tell you, it's a tough cookie, tough machine. But it's just pretty well needing to update. Well, we did. We got a deer. It's sitting outside there, and nothing but trouble with that. But that's my perspective. That's what happens when I get into the electric wires out there underground. My perspective. Am I the world's best at any of this? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I was teasing my neighbor the other day. I am pretty sure I'm going to get the Clark County Worst Farmer Award for the year, and I think I've got a pretty good shot at the state. I think I can do it there. But it's pretty tough when you want to get to a national, Worst Farmer thing. It's going to take a lot more effort. I'm going to have to really focus to do that one, but got it wrapped up otherwise. So, anyways, hope you have a great day, blessed day, whenever you see this. Because right now there ain't anybody watching. I'm not even sure I have internet. Whatever, it's Verizon. It's one person's perspective, but a lot of people say the same thing. It's the only game in town, and it's not worth a hoot. Keep moving. Don't give up. I wanted to. Not worth it. Keep moving. Keep pedaling. You're gonna make it. Have a good evening.